Okay, so in this video we're going to do a deeper analysis on the Grub Truck video. This is going to dispel some myths and theories that just don't align with what's shown in the video. And I noticed a couple of new things that I have not heard anyone else mention. Alright, let's start. So the first thing is they first arrived. So we first see them arriving in the top right corner, right here. And you can see, there we go. And what's important is to know how did they arrive. So we can see that Jack is in the middle of them. He's not walking behind them. As you can see, he is actually between Kaylee and Maddie. And then as they're walking in, the girls don't seem to mind that he's right there, in my opinion. Kaylee's looking at her phone and Maddie's just walking behind, flailing her hands. And then Jack walks off to stand over here and they go to get food. Okay. So next, number 9, this guy, I'm gonna call him number 9. He notices girls arrive. So it looks like he's the first one to notice the girls arriving. And as you can see, this is where he turns his head and he sees Maddie and Kaylee right there. And you can see he sees them and he kind of just like, oh, there they are. He even steps over to take a glance right there. He's looking at Maddie. And then okay, also this is when Jack puts on the hoodie. So you can see that people say he looked into the camera or he saw a camera and he decides to put on the hoodie. So by that kind of, to me, it doesn't make sense because when he takes off his hat, now we can see his whole face. We can see his entire face. So that he exposes himself even more like this. And he must know there's a camera right there. I don't know if he's been to a Grub Truck before, if this is his first time or he's been here before. If this is his first time, I can see why people be like, oh, he's trying to hide himself once he saw the cameras. But if he lives there and he went here multiple times, he would know there's cameras. And so he takes it off, puts on his hat the right way, and puts on the hoodie. Is it because he's scared of the camera, or is he just cold and he's trying to use the hoodie? So we don't know at this point. And he just goes there and stands on the side. This is when number 9 waves at Maddie. So as you can see, he's looking at Maddie. Maddie's not looking at him. And then as soon as Maddie turns and sees him, he puts the 2 fingers up. And Maddie notices him. That's when she starts to approach him. Okay, she's approaching him. She gives him a hug. And then she just walks off, which is kind of, well, she says something. She makes a couple comments and she walks off. Which is weird because he looked very excited to see her. And she looked excited, and then she comes over to say hi or whatever, and then she just walks off. I don't know. I feel like they would have spoken a little bit longer. And as she's walking off, he's, I don't know, looking down. And then he walks over to this guy who is, we're gonna call him number 8. He has a number 8 on his t-shirt. And then Maddie goes back to Kaylee. Okay. And we also noticed that one thing I forgot to mention is that when Maddie walks off, right here, Jack sees her walking off and he follows her with his eyes. While he doesn't move, he stands in the same spot. He's looking at her. He looks away. He goes back on his phone. I guess he lost interest in that.
Cool. Thank you.
Absolutely.
He looks over again
How many more do you need?
at Maddie,
That's the second one?
and then he kind of just looks away.
Awesome. Dawn's mom.
And then number 9 makes a sleeping gesture after Maddie leaves. So as you can see, somebody else noticed this, and I thought this was interesting. When she left, he says something to number 8. He looks back up at Maddie, and he makes this gesture, whatever that is. I have no idea. Like a sleeping gesture. Okay, here we go. We keep going. Oh, then we see number 8 walk off.
Right here.
He's walking off, walking off. Okay, so number 9's friends and girlfriend arrives. Right there. So number 8 goes, sees them, comes back to number 9.
Excellent. And then click.
They come here. Maddie is stumbling. We can also see that Maddie is kind of stumbling, so she is drunk. She's pretty tipsy. Stumbling back and forth. And then we see number 8 talking with the girl. And then we see the number 9 kisses a girl. Is that his girlfriend? Is that just like a friend? They kiss on the lips. And then she walks off. Maddie leaves Kaylee to talk to number 9, but then changes her mind. Okay, so as soon as this girl kisses number 9, she walks off. You can see Maddie peek over and sees the girl walking, and she looks over at number 9, and she decides to walk towards them. But then she approaches and turns around, and he even looked like he was going to talk to her, but then he sees that she just turned away, and then she kind of gets closer, and he's like, okay, like, is she going to say something? But then he just looks that she's not.
How are you guys doing?
And then we finally see Kaylee make her way over to Maddie. And what's interesting, Jack follows Kaylee after she's done ordering. So Jack only changes his position after Kaylee moves. So he wasn't moving when Maddie was moving. He's moving when Kaylee's moving. So we can see right here, he sees it, and this is, there's no doubt that he moves right when Kaylee moves. So she's done, she's moving, and he makes his way over.
Where's my pen? How are you guys doing?
Right here.
Doing fantastic.
And this is where he comes out
Seem to have lost my
in
pen.
this video.
That's fine.
And you see Maddie standing near Kaylee, and here we go. Maddie clearly looks at Jack come near them, but they don't move away or look panicked. Yeah, so this is interesting. Jack comes right near them, maybe 4 feet away, and you can see that Maddie like looks at him. She takes a glance right here. It looks like she's looking at him. She notices that he came. So they're just talking.
Seem to have lost my pen, but that's fine.
She sees that Jack came
What
over.
can I get for you?
Kaylee's on her phone. She's not bothered. So even if Maddie did say something, oh look, he's coming over or something like that, Kaylee looks like she doesn't care.
There's 2 John Ross.
So he says right near them, and he's not afraid that anybody's gonna, step in if they, complain about him, or they're gonna tell somebody, hey, this guy's stalking us, or hey, can somebody help us? It doesn't seem like they did that, which is also very interesting. Okay, next, switch over to the next angle. Okay, we're gonna go up to the next video. So now we're just gonna see the top left corner. This video, we're gonna get rid of this video angle because there's nothing on it. Alright, here we go. So this is him walking over. Maddie takes looks like a glance at him. They're standing there. Okay. Okay, so observe girl's reaction when Jack comes close to them. So again, he comes over.
Lost my pen, but that's fine. What can I get for you? Just two John.
There's Sander. Nothing's happening. So they're not moving away. So people said, oh, he's stalking them, they were creeped out by him, or they're scared of him. I don't see that in the video. I'm just following the video. But they are not talking to him, which is also weird. Like, he's with them, he came with them, but they're not, like, engaged in conversation. So that is kind of interesting, why that's not happening.
But they're like...
Okay, what's next? Jack takes both his hands out of his pockets, looks at his phone. So people said he was holding a knife, and he was trying to like hide his knife or something. Not everybody, just some people were saying that. I don't see that, so I don't see any knife, and he took both his hands out, so he's not like holding in his pocket. You can clearly see both his hands are out.
Almost 2 pounds of food.
Okay, then he walks over to the side.
2 pork tacos? Done.
Maddie's now at the window, and Kaylee's on her phone. She's always on her phone. Okay, Kaylee's friend enters scene. Okay, so now we see
1 5 cheese, 1 basil pesto.
there's a girl right here, right there. She walks into frame, and she looks like she recognizes Kaylee, and she walks over right to her, and they say hi's. And Jack is still there. It's not like he got scared or left. He's still there. Okay. Next, Maddie kisses, bites, or licks number 9's finger. Yeah, so I don't know if anybody else notices this, but when he goes to give his number or receipt, she either licks his finger or bites his finger, and then she even smiles, and he acknowledges it or something, and they start talking, and she smiles, she laughs. Let's see that again. Look at that. Do a slow motion. He goes in, and Jack is watching this too. He goes to give his order number or something, and you can see Maddie kind of like get closer to his hand. I feel like she bites his finger or something as a joke, and then she even like smiles.
People have fallen over.
And he obviously acknowledges it because he says something to her.
Sorry, I'm
And she looks at him.
talking to Twitch stream. Oh, you're so good. Absolutely, thank you.
Okay. Next, Jack talks to someone for the first time. So, a guy number 8 who is possibly number 9's friend. So, this is the first time that. Just a minute. So this is the first time that we see Jack actually talk to someone. Guy number 8. He has a number 8 right there. Who is possibly number 9's friend. So this guy, number 8 and number 9 are most likely friends. So you can see Jack talking with them. See, you can see him laugh because somebody made a remark. It looks like they're both talking. Kaylee doesn't seem to mention to her. Oh, I also want to say that in this time we can see that Kaylee's friend leaves, and what we notice is that Kaylee doesn't seem to mention to her friend anything about Jack because her friend never glances over at Jack. If Kaylee told her friend something about Jack, like, hey, this guy's stalking me and Maddie and he is creeping us out, or something of that nature, the friend would have 100% glanced over at Jack and maybe even said something. Why did Kaylee not mention anything? So if you look at this whole interaction between the friend and Kaylee, this is when she comes in. You can see them talking. They hugged. And she's not looking over at Jack. Jack is right there. They're just talking. Like, I would think if a girl is creeped out by some guy and her friend comes over, she's like, hey, look, this guy's right there. He's freaking stalking me and Maddie. He's freaking us out. Blah, blah, blah. Like, can you go and get help or something of that sort? Hey, can you stay with us or can you leave with us? So that doesn't happen. And they're standing here talking until she leaves. Yep, she walks off. Jack is still there. Okay. So number 9 lightly touches Maddie on shoulder as he grabs his food and leaves. She seems to acknowledge it but doesn't say anything. Okay, so here we go. He's grabbing his food. And then he lightly touches her on the shoulder. And as soon as he does this, she looks up at him. And she sees that he leaves. And he's out. Okay. Okay, number 9 and number 8 leave simultaneously, but why in different directions? So, it looks like number 9 is friends with number 8 because throughout this whole time, they were kind of talking with each other, they were in the scene together. But then, once number 9 gets his food, and number 8 sees that, he kind of number 8 leaves in a different direction than number 9. Why? And you can even see number 9 kind of right here stops and he looks back, see where number 8 went, or if that's what happened. And you can see that also, you can see that Jack notices number 8 left. You can see right here they're talking. And then once he's out, Jack glances over to the right. And he's like, hey, where'd he go? And then it looks like Jack says something to number 9. I don't know what's going on here. And then number 9 just leaves. That's that. Looks like Jack is talking with the tank top guy. Okay, so we saw Jack speak with the number 8, and now we can see him start talking with the tank top guy. So he is conversing, he's talking with people. Like, he's not standing in the back in the hoodie right here or something and just sitting back and observing everything. He is like, he's open to conversation, and he, you know, doesn't mind being on camera, I guess, because he's just standing there. He knows there's cameras. And he's conversing with multiple people now. It wasn't just number 8. Now it's the tank top guy. Okay, it looks like Jack is talking with the tank top guy. Kaylee on her phone for a while. Is she ordering Uber? Yeah, so Kaylee's always on her phone. I wonder what she was doing this whole time. Maybe she was ordering Uber or something. No idea. Okay, Joe. So Joe is this guy right here. Joe and Long Hair joins in conversation with Tank Top and Jack. So Joe and Long Hair, this is Long Hair. So all 4 of them are now talking. Tank Top, Jack, Joe, and Long Hair. So they're all conversing. You see them all laughing, they're talking, all making conversation. Okay. Maddie exclaims something to Kaylee. Kaylee acknowledges it. So this is where you can see she gestures towards Kaylee right here, and Kaylee finally looks up and she says something back. Okay, Jack and Tank Top says something. Okay, so here we go, they're still all talking, 4 of them talking. Maddie's back with Kaylee, back to the window. Okay, what's interesting? here is Jack and Tank Top. Let's move this. Jack and Tank Top says something to each other and Jack laughs. Okay. So you can see them say something once the Tank Top gets his food. And as he's leaving, Jack laughs or giggles, whatever. We also notice Jack and Joe starts talking one-on-one now. Okay, so after the Tank Top guy leaves, you can see Joe and Jack get in a conversation. They're talking. This guy's hand out of his pocket. They're conversing. They're very close to each other.
Extra slaw? Is that?
Maddie talks to Tank Top guy. Let's see. Okay, Maddie talks to. Let's see. Maddie talks to Tank Top, but he seems to be ignoring whatever she's saying. Okay, now we see Tank Top come back. I think he forgot to grab something. And you can see Maddie talking to him. Look close.
Extra slaw?
She's saying something.
No, it's not charge. It's just a modifier.
Says something again.
They have Apple Pay.
And then he even leaves. And she's saying something. Jack does the I am not worthy to Tank Top. Maddie looks at Jack. This is where we notice that she's talking to the Tank Top.
Charge? No, it's not charge.
This is when Jack
It's just a modifier.
does the I am not worthy.
How's your night going?
Apple Pay,
Of
right?
course we do.
And as he's doing that, you can see Maddie look over at Jack.
Apple Pay.
She saw him do that. So that piqued her interest. She looked over.
Okay. Yes.
And this guy's finally leaving again. And then Joe and Jack go back to talking. Okay, now we see Maddie glances over at Jack and Joe again. So again, you can see that Maddie looked at them. Jack is smiling with Joe.
Chicken taco.
And she looks away. Okay, this is where both Jack's hands are out of his pocket. People were saying something about him hiding a knife in his pocket. Yeah, so right here we see Jack take out both of his hands out of his pocket. So I saw a lot of people saying something like he was holding a knife, he was hiding a knife, he was trying to keep his hands inside, but he's clearly taking his hands out and they're above his head or by his head. I don't know, there's a knife. I don't think so personally. Then he puts his hands back. Okay, next. Joe gives a small pat on Jack's back. So then, here we go. You can see Joe pat him on the back. They're having a good time. Kaylee is still on her phone. Jack stands with his arms crossed out of his pocket again. So we come here again, and Jack has both his hands out of his pocket. Right there. Next up, Kaylee vapes. So you see that she takes out her vape. Takes a hit. Okay. Okay. Kaylee whispers something to Maddie. Is she telling Maddie to grab someone's food because it's funny? So if you see right here, Kaylee whispers something in her ear.
I was desperate.
And as soon as she whispers,
Never use like a phone NFC.
Maddie makes some gesture,
I guess unless you
and Kaylee laughs. Maddie does something that makes Kaylee laugh hard. Here we go again.
So it wasn't happening.
Whispers something that she thinks is funny. This guy's getting over here, coming over to grab his food. And then Maddie's looking at him, takes his food and leaves. And then she like puts her hand down, or she says something to the guy that's serving food, and then that makes Kaylee laugh.
Too prepared, Derek.
Maddie keeps going for people's food, so we can see that she keeps trying to grab other people's food, or she's just fooling around.
Fuck yeah.
Looks like Jack is talking to someone off screen. Maddie makes a hand gesture towards whoever Jack is talking to. So now we look at Jack right here. He's doing his little dance, and then he looks over,
It's probably good.
and it looks like he's looking this way.
Good to not lose your
And we can even see
guys. Fuck
Maddie.
yeah,
She's
great-
gonna also
great
look
ticket
there,
times.
and she's gonna point
Like,
like, "Hey,
team
you,"
really
something.
solid.
And we can also see that Jack's also looking the same
Fuck yeah,
direction.
great ticket times, honestly. Like, Luke,
He's saying something.
Tebow,
He's motioning something with his hands.
Luke,
So there is somebody there, but we don't know who it is. Kaylee doesn't seem to care.
Derek,
Kaylee's just always on her phone. Okay, so both of them are talking to the same person, whoever that is. Maddie and Jack.
Tebow,
Okay, Jack points at Maddie or Kaylee. Maddie lightly hits Kaylee, but Kaylee doesn't look up. So Jack points at Maddie, Kaylee. Alright, so here we go. He makes a little gesture to point. I think it's Kaylee. And then we see Maddie hit Kaylee on the shoulder. Just a little easy hit. So Jack and Joe are probably now talking about the girls, because we see the pointing right there. Maddie says something, and it looks like she's saying it to Joe. Both have their hands pointed at one another. So now, I don't know if Maddie overheard something, but she's gonna.
Sergio, how
Alright,
close are we
back
to
in.
you sitting
They're
down
both gonna
tonight,
point at
Friday
each other.
nights?
I mean, that was
So you can see right here, Joe has his hands stretched out towards Kaylee or Maddie, and then Maddie is she does the same thing.
rough.
And I think she's not 100%. I think she's like 80% pointing at Joe. She is pointing at Joe right here because Jack is not even looking at her. He's looking away, and you can see that. You can see right here. She's not pointing at Jack. She's hitting Kaylee. But right here, you can see Joe and Maddie
Night, Friday nights.
I mean,
point at each
that was a
other, stretch their hands out.
solid rush.
Now she's pointing,
It's a good thing that it ended,
but I don't think Joe is even looking at her,
but
or maybe he is. And then she points again,
this is
and I think this is where people said she said "F you." I'm not sure.
this is Friday and Saturday, but
Yeah, this is where she says "fuck you." So
I mean,
I think she's
that
saying
was
it
a
to Joe.
solid rush. It's a good thing that it ended, but
Right there, she says "fuck you." So I think Joe maybe made a joke, or he said something snarky, or something that made Maddie say "fuck you" to him. But I don't think it was anything. I don't think she was like trying to like be like, "Oh fuck you." I think it was just all in. I think it was just playful.
but
I don't know.
Night, Friday
So here we
nights.
go again.
I mean, that was a
They
solid,
point at each other. She sees Joe pointing at her.
solid rush. It's a good
She
thing
points back at him and she
that it
says,
ended, but
"Fuck you."
this is-
Maddie paints her finger at Joe. Question mark, Jack notices.
This is Friday and Saturday in a row. They got you down round one.
Okay, so Maddie turns again and she points a finger
Unlike-
again at Joe. I think. Could be Jack, but I think it's Joe.
Liking it.
And this is when Jack sees it, I guess, and he like tries to swat her away or something, or maybe not. Maybe he's trying to say something else. He's telling, I think he's telling Maddie to stop.
So,
She points again,
liking it.
and then Jack, not even looking at her, he's like, "Hey, stop it," or something like that.
So, I'm liking it.
He like says, "Like stop," maybe, I don't know.
Liking it. On a second.
Okay. Okay. Kaylee gestures towards Joe or Jack with her head to Maddie while laughing about something. So here we go, they're talking to each other, and then you can see Kaylee make a little, "Hey, look, we can do something," or he's saying this or something towards Maddie. See that again. Look at her head. She goes, "Hey, let's ditch him," or I don't know what she's saying. I don't know if she's saying let's ditch him or something about Joe. So they know. I mean, they obviously know Jack is there. Yeah, they're all talking to each other. See more people approaching. These people still here. Joe and Jack are still having a good time with each other. They're talking, making jokes. Maddie poses to make it look like she's trying to get inside Grub Truck. Okay, so this is Maddie trying to make it look like she's trying to get inside the truck. And Kaylee sees that and she thinks it's funny. So she gets out her phone. So this is the debate. Is Kaylee trying to take a picture of Maddie, or is Kaylee trying to take a picture of Jack? So that she can be like, "Oh, this guy right here, he stalked us," or something. And if we look, when does she take out her phone? So Maddie poses right here. So Kaylee's vaping. Maddie poses like she's trying to get in the Grub Truck window. And then Kaylee finds it funny. She laughs. She says, or she doesn't say anything, but she laughs and she gets her phone out.
5 cheese and chicken. Anything else?
And then Maddie makes the same pose she just did. Right here. So she made this pose. That made Kaylee laugh. And then she does it again. And Kaylee takes her phone out. Kaylee tries to record Maddie trying to get into the Grub Truck. Or is she trying to take a picture, video of Jack? Yeah, so this is what we were talking about. Some people say, and Joe also says this, I saw him say that, he's like, no, she was not trying to take a picture of Jack or a video. She was trying to record Maddie for Snapchat. That's what I heard Joe on, I think it was either TikTok or Facebook Live, something like that. So we can see. So what prompted Kaylee to take out her phone was Maddie trying to get into the truck. So we know that for a fact, because we just saw this. She did this, she found it funny, she takes out her phone, and then you can see Maddie trying to do it again, look in the camera, and this is where she's recording her. And some people are saying that she's trying to take a recording or a picture of Jack. So I don't know. To me personally, it looks like she's recording Maddie, and that's what Joe said as well.
Do you guys have any NFC go-go
She
band?
took
Any,
the
whatever
video or picture, and they're looking at it. She's laughing about something. Now we can see Joe and Jack do like a shoulder bump. The guys do. Kaylee takes another video of Maddie trying to get into the Grub Truck, question mark. Is this, in this instance, it is clear that Jack would not be in the video or photo that Kaylee is taking. So he would be out of the frame in this one. So you can see she's trying again. She's taking a picture of Maddie, and here Jack is all the way over here, so you can tell that in this one there's zero chance that Kaylee is taking a picture or video of Jack, because Jack is like all the way over here, and you can even see Joe pointing towards the girls. He's like trying to say something, and here Kaylee is recording Maddie, and from the angle, like the phone's going this way, it's not like, and even if she's recording, you know, from the other angle, it would be recording this way.
Facing you with the chip, any other.
She's recording, she's laughing, Maddie's trying to get in. Maddie grabs the food. Maddie grabs food as Kaylee's recording her laughing, and they walk off. So she gets the food, and she's recording her, and they walk off, and they think it's funny. Joe points to the girls, letting Jack know that girls have gone off. So you can see right here, the girls leave. Jack doesn't even know they're leaving, trying to say something, and then Joe goes, "Hey, they left, they're leaving." And then Jack looks over. Jack gestures, "What the hell," or "Where are you going?" to the girls. So we don't know what he says, but that's kind of what it looks like. He's like, "Hey, like, where are you going?" And he just stands there. So he doesn't immediately go after them. Kind of just stands there. And then you can see Joe goes to grab his food. Jack notices that Joe has gone to get his food and walks off. So Joe points towards the girls. Jack looks over at the girls. And as that's happening and Jack is saying, "Look, where are you going?" or something, Joe goes to get his food. He looks over. And then that's when Jack looks over back at Joe. But Joe's not there. Joe's now grabbing his food. And then you can see Jack, I guess, sees that Joe is getting his food. And he starts to follow the girls. He goes around the bench. He could have went this way, but he did go towards the girls. Around this way. Joe sees him walk off, I guess. And then you can see him walking, and this is where you can see him wave or do a hand gesture.
Yes, you absolutely.
We don't know what he's trying. If he said anything, he just did a wave. Jack waves at the girls, question mark. Is he wave? What does he say? We have no idea. Okay.
Yes, you absolutely can.
Jack walks straight and to the right. So then Jack, he doesn't follow them. He goes this way and to the right. He goes, walks off,
And do you guys have sour cream or no?
We do not.
and goes behind the building. Okay. So, conclusion that Jack has. So what is the conclusion from this video? Just from the video. Based only on this video and nothing else alone, do I think, that Jack Cass looks guilty and is capable of committing the crime? So here's some questions we have to ask. Did he follow the girls in, or did he come in with them in the very beginning? Well, it looks like he came with them, because he was in between them, and then he walks to the stand kind of away from them. We don't know why. So it looks like he did come in with them, in my opinion. Did he try to hide from cameras? So this is a big question. And a lot of people are disagreeing about this. From the video, it looks like he puts on the hoodie, but is he trying to hide from cameras? But if he is trying to hide from the cameras, he continues to be there for 8 minutes in front of the cameras. And when he takes off his hat, you can see his full head. That's even more exposure. And was he here before to the Grub Truck? Does he know there's cameras here, or is this his first time? Because if he knows the cameras are here, he would have put on the hoodie earlier or something. So in my opinion, I don't think he's hiding from cameras. It just doesn't look like that. He just looks like he probably just got cold or just put on a hoodie. That's, in my opinion, that's what it looks like. Could I be wrong? Sure, I could be wrong. Was he stalking girls? Well, if he was stalking the girls, that means he would be walking behind them when they walked in, because like you don't really stalk them by walking in between them. Um, or unless some weird stalkers do, I don't know. But it doesn't make sense because they would have probably said something the first thing when they approached the grub truck. They would said, "Hey, this guy's stalking us. Please come help us." I don't know. It makes no sense. Was he hiding a knife underneath? That's another question people are saying. Some people are saying, "Oh, look, there's a knife there. There's you can see the outline," but I don't see any knife and I don't see any outline. I don't know what people are talking about. Could there be a knife? Yes, there could be a knife. There could be anything. There could be a gun. There could be whatever. We don't see it. There's no evidence of it. Did he come off looking socially awkward and inept? Okay, so if he's a weird stalker, was he socially weird? Because if somebody was a stalker and he's a weird guy, I think he would, if he was a weirdo or something, socially awkward, he would just stand in the back the whole time. I don't think he would want to talk with anybody. I think he would just observe everything and like not really try to make conversation. But as we can see, he made conversation with a lot of people, and that's also another point. When people say he was trying to hide from the cameras, well, if he's trying to hide from the cameras to, prevent the cameras from knowing his identity, why is he talking to all of these people? He's talking with Joe. He's talking to the tank top guy, to the guy number 8. He's making a lot of conversation. He spoke with Joe for for a couple of minutes, and Joe would definitely recognize him. So, if he's gonna go commit this crime, it's kind of dumb for him to talk to all these people, be on camera. So the question is, was he planning to commit the crime? Like, at what point did he decide to commit the crime, if he did commit the crime? Well, it's definitely not when he walks in with the girls. It's not when he's socializing with all the guys, because it makes no sense, because he would know that, hey, they would recognize me. I'm here with the girls. They know I'm with the girls, and they're going to report me to the cops after the crime. So I think at this point, if he was the one that like did something, it only happened after the girls walked off. After he got ditched by the girls, was he angry enough at the girls to commit the crime? Is the motive strong enough? Okay, so this is the most important question. After the girls ditched him, and it looks like they did ditch him, we can acknowledge that. Did it make him so mad, so pissed off that he like maybe got used, or he just got like ditched like that in front of Joe and other people? But I think it was just Joe. There's nobody else there that was kind of like looking at him. Did it make him so mad that he decided, hey, screw these girls, they like, they bruised my ego, I'm gonna go like to the house and confront them, and maybe if he confronted them, they got into a fight and something happened, I don't know. Okay, so based on just the video and nothing else, I don't think he did it as of now. If more things are shown to us, that's not speculation, the Africa thing and the cabin thing, which is still, it's all speculation. I haven't seen any sources for that. If something comes up, I will gladly change my mind. But as of right now, based on this video alone and nothing else, I don't think there's enough for me to think he did it. If I was a juror, it would not be beyond a reasonable doubt for me. I cannot. I don't see it. Yeah, but if you have a different opinion, that's fine. We can debate, we can theorize, and we'll see what happens. Let's hope whoever did this is caught.